Bonjour, hello, my name is Joany and welcome to the belly dance for complete beginners. Now the undulations, that is what we're going to be focusing on this video. The undulations, in order to do the undulation, you will have to review the circles, the sagittal circle. It's going to be very important that you review that because it's going to be a little bit more challenging for you. So please review that video and come and join me after you did that and get dressed comfortably and come and belly dance with me. Deep breath up. Arms extended, breathe out. Let the arms fall, just fall on the shoulder blades. Keep your chest lifted, bring your arms down. And we're going to start just shifting our weight from front to back. Front and back. Front and back. And front and back. And front and back. Good. Soften your knees. So you notice now I'm going to start doing that sagittal circle where we scoop up. So you're going to go forward, little scoop up and release. So when we scoop, we're going to kind of contract the belly and release. The small sagittal circle, going forward, pull back in. Nice and relaxed. Soften your knees, relax your jaw. And now we're going to focus on the chest. So now I want you to kind of focus and just breathe, expand. And as you breathe, kind of bring yourself forward. It doesn't have to be extremely big. Just shift your weight a little bit more to the ball of your feet and expand your chest. And as you release, bring it back in and soften your knees. And notice the belly kind of pulls in, you tilt, and then straight up, straight up. Okay, so you're going to expand the chest, breathe, going forward, and then release the breath, and then pull the belly in. Like you're gonna have a nice little tilt. It's like the breath's kind of going open, and then it kind of rolls down. So it's like open and release. Open and release. So you kind of lift the chest. You're going forward and upward to the sky, and then when you're breathing out, you're coming back down towards the earth. Open up and release. Lift chest forward, and then as you release, kind of just let everything go down to the roots right here. Lift, and then notice my knees are relaxed, soft. And then at the same time, when I'm bending the knees, the tilt kind of happens naturally. And then I want to go back to a nice, tall, straight position. Now I'm going to expand here. Everything's nice and tall. And release. And as you release, you soften the knees. Belly pulls in and release. So expand from the lungs. And as you breathe out, you're going to breathe out and pull in here, the contraction. All the air out from the belly. And release. Again, expand. And as you release, pull all the air out of your belly. And air into the lungs. And pull all the air out of the belly. Pull it in. Open. And release. Pull, contract the belly. Pull all the air out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice what's happening. This is happening naturally. You're kind of doing that sagittal circle naturally. So it's here, you expand and breathe out. Put the air into the belly and breathe out. Now switch the air up to the lungs. Relax here and then breathe out. now you're doing the body undulation. So it's a full body undulation, or the body wave, a nice body wave here. Another way you could do this, I like working with the breath, but another way you could do is put your back against the wall, and then I want you to feel that spine going from up, straight up, and then you're rolling the spine all the way straight against the wall. So now you should have the whole spine flat, and then release. So if I go, and you got to give yourself a good maybe 10 centimeters. So I will kind of expand, but instead of going forward, I want to kind of pull upward, and then I bring my shoulder blades against the wall, and then I want to straighten my spine all the way down. So now my spine is straight, and then you're going to pull out. And sometimes some of you who has scoliosis, a very arched spine, it'll be a little bit more challenging. You might have a little gap, but those who don't have that issue, you should not be able to put your hand in the back here. When you're going all the way down, you should have that your hand cannot go through it, okay? So that's one way. It's a good practice. I like working with the breath and then pull it down, okay? You can do the same as in classical, where you kind of bring one heel up and you lift and roll down. Expand the breath and then breathe out from the belly. Pull all the belly out of your air out of the belly. Lift and release. It's so good for your spine. This is such a beautiful movement switch. It's excellent for your spine. Getting that spine more fluid, more flexible. Lift, roll down, expand, and release. Let it go. And release. Now we did the whole body. Now we're going to focus on the arms and the hands. Okay, so we're going to do undulation of the arm. So all I want you to do is kind of bring, don't focus on the shoulders, lift the shoulder, all of this nice and lifted but relaxed, okay? So all I want you to do is start with the elbows. We're going to open up your wings, so we're going to bring the elbows towards the back. So meaning that you're not bringing the elbows up to the ceiling, it's facing the back wall, okay? And then when you're going down, it's facing down on the floor. Elbows back wall and down. Open up the wings, open, getting ready to fly, and then bring your elbows down. Open the elbows towards the back and down. And down. Elbows points back, elbows points down. It points back and down. Now let's add the wrist. So you're going to go elbow and then the wrist. And then release. The wrist goes down. Elbow first and then the wrist. And then elbows points down. So elbows and then the wrist points up. Okay? Up like a 10. And then as you go down, the wrist goes down. Elbow, wrist down. And you know what, when the wrist goes down, the elbows points down naturally. You don't have to worry about that. But you want to start with the elbow going back and then wrist up, and then elbows goes down as the wrist goes down too. So it's elbow, wrist, and bring it down. Both going, pointing down. Elbows and the wrist are pointing down as you're going downward. Elbows and the wrist goes up and down. Elbows back, wrist, and down. Notice my hand. I'm not pointing like this. Okay, I try to keep my fingertips facing outward. Woo, you feel this in the arm right now. Shake it out. Okay. Now we're going to focus on doing the right and then the left. So we're going to go elbow, wrist, elbow down. Elbow, wrist, and bring it down. Elbow, wrist, and elbow, wrist down. Elbow, wrist, elbow goes down, the wrist goes down. But notice this area starts, and it's here, and then this area goes down as this goes down. That's the ending. Okay, so it starts here, and it ends here. Elbows, wrists, elbow, and then the undulation stops right here. Now let's go left. elbow, wrist, and elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist, and down, 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 elbow, wrist, and down, 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 elbow back, up, down, down. The shoulders are relaxed, but the arms are sitting on the shoulder blades, meaning you're not pulling too much in the shoulders. You want the arms, just like when you're doing that breath and you let those arms sit on the shoulder blades, because these are your wings right here. This is where everything comes from, the shoulder blades, and the arm just kind of goes for a ride. Okay? So we're gonna go again. We're going to alternate. We're going to go first the right, elbow, wrist, down, down, now left. Elbow, wrist, and down, down. Elbow, wrist, down, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, up, down, down, up, up. And again, make sure the elbow never over rotates. The elbow only points back. It never points up. Too hard for your rotator cuff. Your shoulders. So this is also known as the snake arms. Okay, but it's an undulation of the arms. Good. Whew, shake it out. Very good to get endurance in the arms doing the snake arms. It also helps you to prepare yourself to do some veils in the future. I'm going to focus now on the hands. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do some waves with the hands. So the hand, the wrist goes up first, and then the other set of knuckles, the first set, the knuckles, then the second set, and then push out. So it's wrist, knuckle, knuckles, and then push out. Up, 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 and push out. Push out from the palm. So it's like up, 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 and then push. Pull up, push out. Up, and then just kind of release. Up, up, and kind of fall. Or it's like going up the mountain, down the valley. Up the mountain, down the valley. And this will take a while to really kind of get your knuckles bend and release. You can use a pen to work these knuckles. So you can take the pen here and then roll it out and drop it. Take the pen and then roll it out and drop. Let's do the other hand. So we're gonna go wrist up, knuckles, knuckles, and then push from here. Wrist up, 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 and push. Wrist up, 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 and push from the palm. You kind of pull the energy up into your palm and then give it out. Up and out. You could do like a flame where you kind of just wrist comes together and then knuckle out to the side and fingers up. So you kind of roll up just like a flame. So now you're doing undulations of the hands. You can kind of alternate. Wrist up, 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 bring it down, and then switch. As one goes up, the other one stays down, but then up. Once that one goes down, you bring it up. Alternate. One goes up and one goes down. You can kind of bring it here. Just one first. Wrist up, 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 down. Wrist up, 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 and down. At the bottom, wrist up, 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 down. Wrist up, 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 and down. Wrist up, 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 and down. Just like waves on the water. Back to the body wave, undulate. Breathe, release. Breathe, release. Breathe, release. Breathe, breathe out from the belly. Expand from the lungs and breathe out from the belly. Snake arms. Elbow wrist, elbow wrist, elbow wrist, go down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And now hands. And undulation. I know when we're doing the arms, I know like if I feel it, you feel it too, so I'm sure. So yes, this takes a while to build the endurance, but you will. But as part of your belly dance, you have to learn to be fluid and do these undulations. Okay? It's wonderful. So good for your spine. Very, very good energy. Enjoy and practice, and I'll see you in the next video, and you have a wonderful day.